You understand? We don't create anything anymore. We lose our creative mind. And these are the things that I want to educate people on, that, yo, we have to get back to being the race that you know, create things, the race that are chosen, you know. And people don't want to hear that. People want to stick to their, you know, their illiterate ways, because there's no other way to describe it, you know. It's like illiteracy. Because when you see somebody pointing out the truth and people showing you evidence, and the most you can come to the table with is, oh, I have an encounter with Jesus. I have an encounter with this. I saw where people had, somebody told me today that they have seen where people limbs grew back, and people who could not see got eyeballs and all of these things. And I trying to find that place, because I have something I want to grow. Trust me. I want to know which part things I grow. Where is that miracle? I want to find that place, you know. I have some things that I want to grow. I tell you. Trust me. Yeah, man. So.
Yo, people, I'm going to boy, what we there? But how about TV with another update? But you know, Mr. Vegas came on the heavy fire for making the statement Mr. Vegas made. And it's kind of funny to me, people, because you know, it's kind of funny. I really didn't see the Christianity thing working out for Mr. Vegas, you know. And that's why I had to come and touch on the topic, because I see this whole passion Mr. Vegas is getting right now, because you know Mr. Vegas basically retired, I guess, from dancehall music and became a Christian. Mr. Vegas is not the first dancehall artist to basically retire from dancehall music and became a Christian. You know what I'm saying? But comes to like Mr. Vegas, you know, I don't know, but Mr. Vegas finally come to, I guess, an epiphany or a certain realization. Well, yo, the Christianity thing now work. It now work for black people. It didn't work for us. It's not working for us, and I don't think it's ever gonna work for us. Now, people, I would have to agree with Mr. Vegas on this one, 100%. All right. Now, people might say, "I buy TV." Yeah, 100%. I agree with Mr. Vegas on this one. You see, there are people, and why I agree with Mr. Vegas. The Arbar TV give you my, you know, my views on why I agree with Mr. Vegas on this. Now, Christianity, I was born in a Christian family. My grandmother, my great grandmother, probably my great grandmother was a Christian, and all of them was waiting for Jesus to come back. You know, I grew up going to church, Sunday school, you know, the whole 9 yards, blah blah blah. But me, now, when I reach a certain age, you know, I think when I was in my teens, you know, when I was a teenager, you know, growing up, I always, you know, I always had this thing like, when Jesus coming back. We grew up hearing, well, you know, Jesus is gonna come back in the year 2000. You understand? So I was like, okay, 2000, you know, it is what it is. But you see, when 2000 reached and Jesus never came back, people, you understand? That's when Arbal TV decided to go and give it. You know, I basically give him I basically gave back my citizenship, you know, to the church, you know, and I didn't want to be a part of that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it as folly. You know what I'm saying? How come this character Jesus, all right, that my great grandmother, all right, you know, been waiting for, all right. Most Christians were saying Jesus was going to come back in the year 2000. Matter of fact, they had the Heaven's Gate situation. They had certain people that commit suicide after Jesus didn't come back, and these people were religious people, Christian people. You understand? So from since 2000, I basically, like I said, I denounced my citizenship from the Christian church, giving back my membership card, and said, well, look, I don't want to be a part of this no more, because this just look like folly to me, and this really ain't taking black people anyway. Matter of fact, the more churches, you know, it seems like the more churches that's being built, it's like the more crimes, it's like the more things are just getting out of hand, if you understand me. I say, and on top of that, looking back at our, you know what I'm saying, yes, our civilization or culture as black people, you understand? I was like, you know what? this Jesus thing is not going to work, especially for my individual like Hardball TV, because me know, like I said, after denouncing my citizenship from the church, doing my own research and doing my own studies when it comes to history, all right, especially our history, all right, our story. All right, I realized, well, look, we did more for Christianity and all these other religions out here as black people, all right, or as African, all right, or Nubian people. We did more. We contributed more. So why would I want to you know grab grab something as Christianity when basically Christianity was created out of the things that my ancestors create. You understand? Christians build churches, like Muslims they build mosques. All right. The Jews or the with the thing I think they build synagogues. But when I look at my ancestors, they build pyramids. They, what I'm saying? And these pyramids are still around today. You understand? Matter of fact, just the other day I was watching on the news that some storm blew down the church. Some church I was being catching fire, people shooting up. It's a bag of things you see when it comes to these, religious we call it, buildings, or like I said, synagogues, whatever you want to call it. But like I said, my ancestors built structures that still stands to this day. You understand? From since back then. You understand? So why would I want to grab something that's not as tangible? You know what I'm saying? Guys, them saying Christianity, like I said, Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's like none of the characters in the Bible, you can't really. It's like they're not factual to me. This is Hardball TV viewers. They're not factual. You know what I'm saying? What is factual is my ancestor story. You understand? Because you could go to Egypt, you go to Africa, you could go to Sudan, you could go to certain places in Africa right now and see structures that our ancestors built. All right. Writings on the wall that's still there. Carvings on the wall. You understand? That our ancestors as black people built. But no, we don't want that. We want to grab some white Jesus and some fictional story about, you know, some fictional character. When our story is more real and it's right there in front of our eyes. But we don't want to grab that. We don't want to, what I'm saying, study our story. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to, you know, respect the legacy that our ancestors built and leave for us. That's why white people took it and give us Jesus and give us all these fictional stories. You understand? It's the same thing they do in slavery and certain thing with it. They just brainwash us and basically flip our story. What they did, they came in and perverse our teaching, our story, flip it and give it back to us with some different names, but John and Mark and Luke and with them name ago. You see me I say? So my thing is, I would agree with Mr. Vegas on this one, but Christianity, you need it. It's an institution for certain people because they need it. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want people running around out here, acting all crazy and with no guidance or no structure. So you need, in a kind of way, you need religion. But to me, when you graduate that school of religion and you understand what religion is, you just want to move on to something that's more tangible. And what's more tangible to me is our story that our ancestors. Matter of fact, I respect Bob Marley, um, Marcus Garvey, Haile Selassie, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Dr. York, Clarence 13, X. I could go on and on and on. I respect these people more than I respect Jesus, because you know why? These people actually live and came, in person, and what they did for black people on a whole, it was more helpful than to what this fictional character and this Christianity Jesus character will ever do for black people. as a people. You see me, I said. So that's my view on it. But like I said, you need Christianity, you need these things, because everybody don't understand, the fullness of what religion is and what religion is there for. You know what I'm saying? And religion is an institution. You understand? So, I mean, no offense to the Christian people, the Christian minded people or religious minded people, but it is what it is. I have to agree with Mr. Vegas on this. There's no way I would accept Christianity, even though I grew up in a Christian family. And people will say they born a Christian because their mother was a Christian and this, and we have that, that thing where we just feel the need to say sometime, well, my mother's a Christian, I'm a Christian, or my grandmother's a Christian, so I'm a Christian. All right, but I really don't think we need that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, look at all the churches that's being built and still being built. You understand? And look at the crime rate, right? And most of the time it's in these neighborhood where they have all of these churches. You understand? And these religious um, buildings that's supposed to be changing people's life for the better. But to me, instead, things are just becoming worse. You understand? So if you ask me, maybe we need a change of mind. We as black people, we need a brainwash. Put it that way. We need to, wash our brain from all the foolishness, that these people taught us. And what we need to do is start looking at our ancestors and what they did in history and how much, how the what the things our ancestors came and did in history, how much it affect, our life for the good or bad, and then look at the Jesus story, all right, or this Christian story, and look at how it affect our life, good or bad. You understand? And I bet you would come out saying that what our ancestors did and is still doing was more profitable, more beneficial to us as a people than this white Jesus character and Christianity would ever do for black people, in general or on a whole. You understand? So even though I said Mr. Vegas is going to get a bashing for this, because like I said, black people that love the white Jesus, and as soon as you tell them anything about the white Jesus, they're ready to come and get you, they're ready to attack you. You understand? And that's just to show you the frame of mind we in as black people. And if you ask them, right, why do you worship somebody or a God that do not look like you, they tell you color don't matter. Now if color don't matter, then why Jesus can't be black? That's all I'm saying. Why, cause but we gonna leave it there, people. Like I said, cause the whole religious topic or religion topic, you can go on and drag it out for days upon days upon days upon days. You understand? And that's one of the things I love religion and leave it alone, because that's all it does. It creates confusion, and it's not something that's, basically practical and beneficial to us as black people. You understand? All it does is separate and have us arguing about folly and foolishness, when our focus should be on the youths them and how we gonna progress as a people. You understand? And how, to me, how we gonna move forward and get past this, like I said, until we go back and start to respect our ancestors. All right. Respect the work they did and the structures and what they left for us as a people. You understand? If we don't take a hold of it and take back what is rightfully ours, other people is always going to take it and give us foolishness. You understand? And the bag of fuckery. And it is what it is. That's just what it is. If we don't want to rise up as a people and take what's rightfully ours, people are always gonna, what they spoon feed or hand feed you, foolishness. You understand? So if you ask me, I personally agree with Mr. Vegas on this one, 100%. Can't go around it. Big up to Mr. Vegas for finally realizing that Christianity is not for us. It wasn't for us. It was created by, I think it's by the Romans or the Greeks. So and we are not Romans. We are not Greeks. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself should let us as black people know that Christianity is not for us. You understand? It wasn't created by our ancestors. So it's not for us. And why would I want to choose something that was created by the oppressors, all right, than to choose something that or believe in something that my ancestors left here, you know what I'm saying, and is more tangible than something that is fictional, such as Christianity. And with that said, people, that's my view. Like I said, we could go on and on, but that's my view on it. If you have your view, go in the comment section, jump in the comment section, leave your view. Give Arbal TV, your thoughts on why, you think Mr. Vegas is getting a bashing for realizing, well, look, the Jesus thing is not working for us as the people. And like I said, probably realizing, well, look, he don't need that in his life. Um, and like the truth should always set you free. 'Cause once you start learning the truth, you know what I'm saying, it's just going to start freeing up your mental, freeing up your mind, you know what I'm saying. 'Cause like Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Nothing but yourself could free your mind. So finding the truth and realizing certain things is a beautiful thing, you understand. So like I said, I would definitely I have to agree with Mr. Vegas on this one. You understand? Christianity is not for us. It wasn't for us, and it never will be for black people. And if we as a people continue to be Christian, that's the outcome we're gonna get. You understand? Because the Christianity is basically not something a religion that was created to progress black people. It's a religion created to keep you right in the state that you see black people is in right now, right? Worshipping a white god, something that don't look like them. And what does that tell you? So I prefer to worship, I don't even like using that word, worship or worship, but I prefer to give reverence to my ancestors them any day than to give reverence to anyone that do not, you know, have my freckles. Point blank and simple. If the person is not looking like me, you know what I'm saying, or they're not from my descendants or my lineage of people. I'm not saying what they're saying or whatever they're doing is good or bad, you know what I'm saying, but I prefer to um, go with something that I think that's gonna work for me and my people. And what's gonna work for us as black people is what been working for our ancestors, and that's why they basically took it away from our ancestors and have us in this state that we as black people are in right now. You understand? So to me personally, the only thing that would work is we going back to that frame of mind what our ancestors were, that they were in. That's why they build all these great structures, these magnificent structures that still stand today. All right, and like I say, if we go back to that frame of mind, maybe we could see a change. But as of right now, the whole religious thing, it now work for black people. It didn't work, and I don't think it's ever gonna work for us as a people. You understand? So, Mr. Vegas, big up yourself. It's your boy Wiley be there on Arbal TV. I just wanted to come and give you guys that update. I know it's a little lengthy, but it is what it is. Until my next update, people, log on, tune into the thing. You don't see the pray. It's your boy Wally be there on Arbal TV.